What's poppin', world? Back at it again with another video for y'all. Y'all tapped in with the Head of the Game podcast, and I know y'all can hardly see shit, excuse my language, but this is an emergency video, so without further ado, let's get right into it, man. Y'all read the title, let's get busy. Alright, so where are we at with the housing market currently? Now, there's lots of speculation, lots of different predictions, lots of different moving parts, so honestly, there's so much going on in the housing market that it's really hard to pinpoint just like the current pulse of where things may be trending. Some people feel like it's going to be a crash. Some people feel like this is just the new norm. It's going to just keep appreciating. So, a lot of mixed messaging, a lot of opposing, factors into what stance a person should take, because honestly, we're not in charted territory. We can look at historical, norms and stuff like that and try to look at indicators. But I do feel like we're having a bit of stagflation and inflation, fighting depreciation and all kind of other Asians and stuff like that. But that aside, my personal opinion, right, is that many things could be true, and it's all about your point of view, your perspective, the situation, because some of this stuff is subjective. Some people feel like this is a fine, housing market, and that would only belong to the 20%. I don't know, 20% of, I could say, people that make money probably feel like, all right, well, I can afford this. Get over here. But the main point is that as the rates are being cut, I mean, what can you say, man? People feeling like, oh yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get me a house, and people that, oh yeah, they're gonna buy this house, and inflation's gonna go up, and you missed your mark because you allowed the interest rates to be cut. Y'all just don't understand from this perspective that, let's say hypothetically, they can cut the next two rates, they can cut by a half a point each. Right? So a whole percentage point at the end of this year. Let's say the housing market rates, 30-year fixed mortgage interest rate is about 5%. Due to how high and expensive these houses still are, even at 5%, it's expensive. At 4%, it's expensive. Now, if it got around 4 or 3%, the only good thing would be that it would incentivize people to sell, right? Because people would be able to buy, and the people that are locked into the 2 or 3% interest rate will be able to see that as a viable trade-off to see if they wanted to move, or if they did move, they wouldn't be paying double what they would be paying monthly for the interest rate they're locked in right now. So, with that being said, my main point is that it's gonna have to come down lower than 5.5%. I mean, 5.5% would be nice. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that's enough to move the needle. Yeah, there's probably gonna be more buyers, but not enough buyers to where I feel like the sellers are going to be able to get their fair share, because the discrepancy of how much people are going to be able to be qualified due to the average medium income as far as household, it's still a big disconnect. It would close the gap, but not close enough to where it would be regular housing units. So, yeah, I say 4.5%, maybe even high 8, not high 4s, low 5s, I feel like then housing will start to get, and if people go, oh yeah, it's gonna skyrocket if it gets close to 5%, because it's gonna flood in all these buyers, and they're gonna buy. People ain't got that money no more, man. The pandemic done, the stimulus packages out the way. You feel me? The only people that's able to buy right now or buy those houses are the people that can buy those houses right now, because that's how much the wealth disparity is right now. So whoever is gonna be able to buy the houses or flood in and take all these houses up at 4 or 5.5% are gonna still be the same people that can be able to afford it. The same house at 6.5 or low 6%. So with that being said, that's all I got for y'all. Tap in, comment, like, subscribe, leave your thoughts below. That being said, thanks for watching. I'm gone.